Yeah, we're live on YouTube right now. How's it going, guys? My name is Jared Fuller, aka the Jared Bear. Today's date is Sunday, January 26th, 2025. Oh, nose hair was sticking out. How you guys doing? I hope you had an awesome week. Um, my hair's a little messed up. It looks like I have bad head. Actually, there's been a lot happening around here, and I'll get to that in just a second. Um, Joining me off camera, Dad would usually be here, but he had to go get some water, which I'll get to that in a minute. Amy, she's out in the kitchen. I don't know. Are you watching from the kitchen? Oh, okay. She usually watches from the kitchen, but the thing is, she can hear me, so I guess it would be kind of pointless for her to watch from the kitchen. Uh, as opposed to, you can hear me. We're only maybe 20 feet away from each other. So, anyway, let me adjust this camera again because it doesn't seem I don't know, I'm not okay, that's better. That's better. So, before I get to the week in review, let me just fix my nose hairs. Um Chewing off my toenail has left some comments. He's made his return, and this is what he has to say. Hello, Melinda, by the way. Melinda in chat. So Toenail says, every time a toenail is saved, a toenail angel gets its wings. Next comment. Whenever I hold a precious toenail in my hand and it looks at me, my heart melts. I am so in love. That's funny. The next comment. Whenever I go to Subway, I always keep a baggie of toenails in my pocket to keep as an extra condiment for the sandwich. I love the extra crunch. That might I don't know if that's gonna ruin my appetite for, Subway after reading that. And then last but not least, he says, "I'm an obese man, so I always keep additional toenails hidden in my fat flaps." Thank you for the humor, Toenail. I appreciate that. And I also left a link to the Fox Sunday Flashback, which airs tonight at 7 o'clock Eastern Time on Flint, Michigan radio station 103.9 The Fox. Yeah, so my buddy Dan Richards will be taking the airwaves. Seems that the Detroit Lions lost against the Washington Commanders, so they're out of the playoffs. But it was a good season. They'll come back next year, I hope, because although I'm not really a football fan, but it was actually interesting to see the Lions get as far as they did. I'm really proud of them, and they got a hell of a coach, Dan Campbell. So yeah, ugh, excuse me, I'm choking. I took a drink of water before I went live. I had to take my medicine, but I'm in a bit of pain today. So I'm kind of moving slow, but I think the pain just comes with the age. Um, so the week in review. Yeah, I was going to get to that, so I'll do that now. Friday was the Shrine Circus in Saginaw. Um, I did enjoy myself at the Shrine Circus, but it just seemed like everything was hurried, like it was rushed. Like they didn't really. I mean, they had like um they had the bikes and the round cage, and they did the human cannonball and all that stuff, which I always enjoy. Um, but they didn't have anything new or different. Um, well, I mean they had the basketball players, but it's like I don't want to come and watch a basketball game. I come to see a circus, not basketball players. I had a skit where there were like three basketball players and they would run and do flips and swoosh the basketball, and it's like, well, this is basketball. This isn't a circus. What are you doing? Um, but it seemed kind of hurried, like everything was just rushed. But I did enjoy it. I mean, it was nice to get out, and they had a nice laser light show. And it was called the Shrine Glow Circus. They were in Flint, And today is the last day in Saginaw. So after they leave Saginaw, I'm not sure where they're going to move on to next. But I always go to the Shrine Circus every year, and I do it for charitable purposes, of course. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. I'll be there next year, and hopefully, they'll have more. They didn't have Snowball this year, which I was really upset about that. It's like they didn't have Snowball. Like, what the hell? Snowball. So what? If you're not familiar, Snowball is someone dresses up in one of those big air inflatable mascot polar bear costumes. Well, so the skit starts out where a clown comes out to the center ring, and he's got this polar bear stuffed animal, trying to get the polar bear stuffed animal to jump through a hula hoop, like bears jump through rings or whatever. And he wouldn't do it. And the clown was getting mad. So he started, he kicked him and he flew in the air. And then all of a sudden, Snowball, the air inflatable mascot, come out there and he starts headbutting them and it's a funny skit. They had it last year, but they didn't have it this year, which I was kind of disappointed about that. But it just seemed like everything was rushed. I don't know. Yeah, you can go in the bedroom, Amy. I can still hear you. But so yeah, the Shrine Circus was fun. It was just I don't know. It just seemed like it was hurried. Everything was just kind of bam, 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 bam. You don't get time to really digest what just happened. I mean, they had a guy out there spinning plates, and it was cool, and it was funny. But I mean, it was just bam, 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 bam. They just rushed through it, and um, I don't know. Even my friend who I see every year, because we sit close or next to one another every year during the circus. Um, she even said it was just different. It's like it didn't even have the circus vibe, you know. And it's like, yeah, I agree. Like something was just off about it this year. I don't know. It wasn't their best year, I don't think, but I still went. I still made my charitable contribution, and I talked to AU the clown. Um, yeah, they didn't really have many activities either. I mean, like they had face painting for the kids. They didn't even have the boa constrictor. Because I walked around that arena and they did not have the boa constrictor. They had the elephant rides, the train rides, um, the camels, but they and the bouncy houses, but they didn't have the boa constrictor where the kids, have the snake around their neck and they have pictures taken. Um, it was just I don't know. It's like they charge. It's like the quality has gotten less, but the cost has gotten more. And it's like, wow, it just seems like we've been duped. Um, but there will be a video available later today of the Shrine Circus. So it'll be probably sometime around 5 o'clock. That video will be available on this channel. So make sure you check that out. Let me know what you think. And so let's get to some other news headlines of the week. Yeah, my hair, I got bedhead. So what happened was we had a little fire here at the house. Our well house caught on fire. We have the worst. We've been having the worst luck with fires. But at least it wasn't the house. The house obviously is still standing. Um, so what happened was I don't know why I do this, but every time I walk through my kitchen, I make it a habit to look out the kitchen window because there's usually always a deer or a blue jay or something, something to see when I look out my kitchen window, or maybe, a flock of turkeys or something. Well, I looked out my kitchen window and I don't know how Amy didn't see this. She wasn't paying attention. But I looked out the kitchen window and there were plumes of smoke coming out of the well house. I said, Dad, I said, I don't know if this is supposed to happen, but there's a lot of smoke coming out of the fucking well house. And he's like, fuck, because he was in the bathroom. And it's like, shit. So we rushed out there, we put the fire out, and there were some hot spots, like there was still the flame would rekindle and I'd have to throw snow on it. And when we had water, we were, throwing water on it. Dad was giving me pans of water, and we would just go back and forth until the hot spots were out. But now we have no water. So, and that's why Dad's not here, because Dad went to get some water. Well, um, so what I had to do, and the reason that my hair is kind of messed up, is because um sponge bath. I took a sponge bath, and this is how I did it. I just melted snow on the stove top in a big pan, and I took the pan of water in the bathroom and had my shampoo and my bar of soap and my wash rag and just did a sponge bath. So that's how I did that, and I slept on my head, on my hair, when it was wet. So, yeah, so I'm sorry, I'm distracted by the noise coming out of the bedroom. But, yeah, I slept on my head when it was wet, which reminds me I gotta shave this off. They'd be like, "Why you wanna shave your head off when it's wintertime?" Well, this is why. See, this is why, because my hair, it just goes poof, and it's a mess, and I don't like my hair looking a mess, so I'm gonna have to shave it off, get some help shaving it off. Um So that's the scoop. We still don't have water. We're gonna have to build a new well house, and Dad sketched out some blueprints of just like brainstorming ideas for a new well house, so that way we won't have this issue again. Because we've lived in this house for 27 years, and it's the same well house ever since we moved in here. It's always been the same well house. Well, we don't know actually how it happened, how the fire happened. Um, but we know a lot of chords are, like, not together. They're, apart. So, yeah, we don't know exactly for sure how it happened. At first, we thought maybe the cord got wet and it shorted out, but we don't know. We don't know for sure. We didn't call the fire department, so of course we're not going to get a report from a fire marshal because we didn't call them. We took care of the fire ourselves, and um, so now we are without water, and I'm grateful for my neighbors next door because they said, "Hey, if you need water, just come over and help yourselves." But I just feel like, it's like you guys tolerated enough shit that was happening over here when frickin' Frack was living here. Um, I don't want to burden them with my needs. Matter of fact, there's Dad. Hello, Dad. Where'd you get water at? Oh, at Dell's? Oh, Dell's with you. Okay. Um, did you tell him I was doing my live stream? Okay. Just in case you don't want to be on camera. Amy, Amy's in the bedroom. So, don't let her get my or my pillow, my Jared's Warriors pillow. The red pillow. Because Mom made that for me. Um, so something interesting happened last week, and I was contemplating even bringing this up, but what the fuck? Melinda, I think you're still friends with her on Facebook, but I'm not going to drop names, and please don't put her name in the chat. I don't want to. I don't want to do any name drop here. But I was in a relationship for about 5 hours this past week. Yeah, 5 hours. So, um, as soon as okay, so Della's coming in. Hold on a second, folks. Oh, maybe he's not coming in. Oh. See, those are the gallon jugs I've been looking for, and I can't never find them. Okay. I wouldn't have cared if Dell came in, but anyway. So I was in a relationship for 5 hours last week. And there go the dogs. Shut up. Everybody, shut up. Shut up. They'll stop eventually. I will eventually get to the story. At least it's not dead air. You get to hear my dogs bark. Luna, stop. Okay, let me try this again. Luna, stop. One minute. Okay. No, I appreciate it. Dad had some blueprints sketched out. So that wow house, we've had that since we've lived here, and we moved here back in 1998. So it's been about 27 years. It's time to upgrade. Yeah. So I'm gonna try this one more time before I just say fuck it, because this dog won't shut the fuck up. Luna, I love my dog, but you got to get after her sometimes, you know. So Melinda, I think you're friends with her, but I'm not going to drop names in the chat or here in the video. So I was in a relationship for 5 hours. Now, mind you, this woman that I was in a relationship with, she came out with her boyfriend a few times actually, and we met and we kind of, you know, we noticed each other, and I know we were checking each other out. I was checking her out. Um, and then recently her boyfriend left her. I don't know the reason why he left her, but he went back to his parents because he was paying all the bills, the rent, and you know, all the bills, utilities, everything. He was paying that, she was paying nothing. And they broke up. I don't know the reason for the breakup. I have a pretty good idea, but I can't say for sure. But he moved in back with his parents, and then we got in a relationship. This was on, I want to say Thursday afternoon. Now, I think we've liked each other for a while. Will you shut up, Scruffy? We liked each other for a while, and we made it official on Thursday that, okay, we're in a relationship. And this was probably around noon on Thursday. We made it official. So, Scruffy, if you don't stop. Anyway, right, like hours after we made the relationship official, she was talking about getting an apartment and the two of us moving in together. And it's like, wait a minute here. We just made the relationship official today, and you're already wanting to move in and get a place. We just made this relationship official today, and you're already wanting to move in together. You're moving way too fast. And then she was hinting around that she was going to move in here. She wanted to move in here. Well, that obviously was never going to happen. Not even on her bus day. That was never going to happen. After dealing with frickin' frack, no one is staying with us anymore. We're not allowing anybody to stay with us anymore after that. She got pissed and ended up blocking me on Facebook. So it's like, okay. And this was around 5 o'clock that night. So it's like, okay, fuck it. I'll put my relationship status back to single. You want to block me? It's great to be single. It was the shortest relationship I think I've ever been in, 5 hours straight. Then I was notified that she was already in a relationship with the next guy after she broke up with me. That lasted for maybe a half an hour. Then she's back to being single again. I don't know if she's currently in a relationship with anybody, but I know what she's up to. See, because the boyfriend who was paying the bills, all the finances, now her sugar daddy is gone. Now she's looking for someone, desperately looking for someone that she can mooch off. And I think that's basically the reason why she wanted to be in a relationship with me. She was using that as a tactic to move in or to get a place, so that way I would be stuck paying all the finances while she gets to sit on her ass all day playing video games, getting stoned, and doing whatever the fuck else she does. That was never going to happen. Never. Now, I had feelings for her, and I thought, cool, I got a woman in my life. Awesome. But I'm not going to be a sugar daddy. I made this abundantly clear in my Sunday videos. I don't know how many times, even in open thought videos. I'm not going to be a sugar daddy. No. She's on a fixed income, but she has a representative payee, meaning that she doesn't get all her money at once. She has someone who regulates, she gets an allowance pretty much, where she has a state appointed payee regulating her money. She's only allowed so much money at a time because she doesn't have basic proper life skills when it comes to paying bills, hygiene products, buying clothes. She gets high all the time. She would rather sit and play Xbox all day. No, no. I'm not your caregiver. I'm not your sugar daddy. You're not moving in here, and you and I are not getting a place to live together. No. So now she's on a desperate and frantic search for someone that she can mooch off. Literally and figuratively speaking, she's on a manhunt. Literally looking for a man to support her. Figuratively, she's on a manhunt, just it's a play on words. But she didn't really love me. And I figured that out really quickly, really fast. She didn't love me. She was using me to get a free ride. Well, I'm glad I caught on and I was able to put two and two together as quickly as I did, because it's like, that's not happening, sweetheart. No way. You're a 20 something year old. You need to grow up and start taking some responsibility. And I was also told that she talks to multiple men. So that was also another red flag. Too many red flags, and I'm glad that I got myself out of that situation. Matter of fact, usually when someone blocks me, it's like, well, what the fuck, But she blocked me, and I laughed. It's like, yes, because you didn't get your own fucking way. You're looking for someone to pay for you. You're looking for someone to cater to your drug habits and, oh, buy me this, buy me that. No, no, because you don't pay your bills. You're not responsible. Your bills are always supposed to come first before anything else. That's just a written rule. If you want to, play around with money after, you take care of your bills, that's up to you if you can afford it. My bills always come first, always. Now, I'm not in debt, which I've never been in debt in my life. And I never get something or commit to something that I can't financially stick with, because, financial commitments like loans and things like that, it's pretty serious business that can damage your credit if you don't pay it. I don't co-sign loans. No one co-signs loans for me. My credit is good, actually. And I'm not interested in paying for someone else's bills, meaning that I have nothing left out of my bills. After my bills are paid, I have no money left out of my money. And no, that was just never going to happen. Now, if I find a woman who, whether she's on a fixed income or not, it doesn't matter. It doesn't make a bit of difference to me. If she has in her mind, hey, my bills come first and I want to save some money just in case, where I don't have she doesn't have a spending problem, then that's great, because I don't have a spending problem. See, I have property taxes that are due next month. So the money that's in my account, I haven't touched it. I've had to cut some corners. So I don't know if I'm going out to the Pine Run tomorrow. I don't know if Dad plans on going, because I'm certainly not going to have. Well, but then again, I might have the extra money. But even that being said, um, the money that's in my account now, I have to keep it there so that way I can pay my half of the property taxes that are due next month. I have financial responsibilities for me. I can't pay for my own finances at the same time paying for someone else's finances, fully paying someone else's finances. That's just not going to work. This is my life. They're my finances. They're my financial commitments. Those bills have to be paid. If I have money left over where I can go out to eat or whatever, hell yeah, I go out to eat. Matter of fact, on the first of every month, when I go to Owasso to pay my cell phone bill, I decide on lunch. Well, is it going to be Chinese today or is it going to be Applebee's today? Because if I go to Chinese, they got the Jade Buffet, they got the all you can eat buffet. I love Jade Buffet. Or if I go to Applebee's, I get their chicken fettuccine with the broccoli. Oh, so good. Oh, it sounds good right now. And it comes with the breadstick, of course, which is it's so good. So I decide, do I want to go to do I want Chinese for lunch or do I want to go to Applebee's for lunch? Or if I can't make up my mind on neither of those places, I just say fuck it. I'll go to Burger King or McDonald's and just grab a value meal. But yeah, it's my bills come first. That's the point. I don't have a drug problem. I don't have an Xbox, so I have a Super Nintendo actually. But I don't have an Xbox. And even having a Super Nintendo hooked up in my bedroom right now, I'm still not sitting in front of a TV playing video games all day long. I can't. I have other things I have to do around the house. I have other responsibilities and things I have to do. I don't have that kind of time where I can just sit around in front of a TV and play video games all day. I have shit to do. you know, I don't have the luxury of never having chores or things to do. So I'm I'm glad actually I'm relieved that I found out what was actually going on. I quickly put two and two together because I'm not stupid. I know what she's up to. She's out there right now looking for another man. I know she is. She's actively looking for a guy. She's looking for a sugar daddy. She's looking for someone to pay for her. So, I mean, of course, I didn't give her name, and I don't want anyone dropping names in chat. Melinda, if you're still watching, I just ask that you don't put her name in chat. Um, but she knows who she is. And if I could give a name, I would warn all the men out there, avoid her because she's looking for a free ride. She's looking for a meal ticket. And you just so happen to be the next guy that she went to after, I told her this is not happening. And then the other guy must have caught on quickly because he's not, he's not taking her in. So if I could give a name, I would, but I'm not going to. But I am single. That was probably the quickest relationship ever in the history of my dating history. Of course, there's not much dating history because I'm single. I enjoy actually being single, but I would also enjoy if I had a partner. Um, but if I don't, I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. Um, but that was one of the bigger highlights of the week. It's like, no, that's not going to happen. I'm not going to pay for you, and of course, you would never pay for me, which I don't want you to pay for me. Um, but it's like, nah. She wanted me to just up and move out of here, knowing, and she says, well, if you would have told me that it was your house, I would have understood. Well, I shouldn't have to explain that. I shouldn't have to explain this. I live here. I've lived here since 1990 fucking 8. 27 years I've lived in this house. My name is on the deed to the house. It's actually rights of survivorship. So when dad passed away, the house is mine. But even still, I helped dad pay the property taxes, the propane costs because we heat the house with propane. I am not going to leave my dad high and dry. I'm just not going to do that. No fucking way. Seems like everyone is always playing games and you can't trust no one. That's how it feels, Melinda. That's truly how it feels. I agree. Sounds like you weren't too invested in the relationship or lost any money. Glad it ended before whatever. Yeah. Well, because I think you know who I'm talking about. She gets money every month, Melinda, but the problem is that she doesn't pay her bills. She's always looking for someone else to pay her bills. Well, I just can't do that. Because my finances are, my resources only go so far. And I'm not going to be stuck being responsible for someone else's finances when they can be adult enough and pay their own fucking finances. So
We figured out how we're going to build it.
Yeah.
Different than what I thought.
Yeah.
He had a good idea.
What's that?
Building that thing, but using poles, like I said.
Yeah.
And putting a door on it where I can open up this way on this side, open it up, make sure the whole tank, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Have the other piece solid.
Were we still going to insulate it?
Yeah.
Okay, because we got that roll of insulation, I think. Yeah, on the front porch. Yeah. Yeah, because that's what I was thinking too. Well, it's supposed to be windy tomorrow.
Yeah, we won't do it.
Because it's going to warm up, but it's going to be windy tomorrow. We're expecting 40-mile-an-hour winds tomorrow. Yeah, but it's going to be warm, so I.
Want a bowl of chili?
No.
Sure?
Yep.
Got something in the refrigerator, man.
Nah, I ain't hungry.
Yeah, you're always more welcome if we got it. Don't feel bad, doll. I'm not getting any either.
We ain't going back there, are we, doll?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Bannister, that was a joke.
Yeah. I haven't been to Bannister in
Whose age?
Ages. Yeah, it's been a long time.
That was the other bar.
Yeah, that was the old bar. That's what I remember was the old bar. I haven't been to the new bar yet.
The happy hour bar is the oldest one.
Yeah, yeah. I haven't been to the new one.
Bannister bar was the best one.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Luna, will you stop?
Hey, Luna, come here, girl.
Oh, those fucking dogs, I swear. Oh, boy. They just don't stop. They're just obnoxious and annoying. Enough, guys. Enough. Hey. Give me the spray bottle. I've heard enough. Yeah, I've heard enough, Scruffy. Luna?
Hey, you're all right. I won't hurt you.
There you go.
This is a spray bottle I'm using to shut them up. I love my dog, and water ain't going to hurt them. It's just water. There. Now. Now. See? See? Dull's a good guy. Dull's good. He's good people. Scruffy, enough barking. See?
I stepped in a whole water out there was running.
Was it?
I had the valve open and the water was running. I stepped in the mud and fuck it.
Oh, that's not good. So you think that'll work?
I think we can get it. We got water
now. Is the dryer running? Sounds like the dryer's running.
Oh yeah, I got dryer on. I thought maybe that would help, but
it might warm things up in the house, but we got heat. We have propane, so we're not worried about that. But we have to pay property taxes next month, due on the 14th on Valentine's Day. Yeah, the love of money over the love of anything else. That's government. They love money. But yeah, so that was pretty much the big news story of the past week is that this girl was using me. She wanted to be in a relationship, but she was using me for a free place to live instead of just, um, you know, she didn't love me for me. She loved me because she wanted somewhere to live for free. And that was never going to happen. She wanted to move in here actually. And it's like, no, because she messaged me and she says, well, can I talk to your dad? It's really important. I said, well, I kind of know what you're going to ask him. And I can tell you right away, the answer is no. We've dealt with people living here and it was a fucking disaster and we're not turning back. So, yeah, that's a mistake. But I knew what she was hinting around at. I knew what she was hinting at. It's like, I could see if we were together for a long time and we start out as friends and we're in a relationship for, I don't know, like a month or two just to see how things develop. And then later on, if we decide that we want to move in together, get an apartment or move in here because I pay the bills here. Well, not all of them, but the three of us pay the bills here. Amy, Dad, and I pay the bills for the house. We cover the finances. So, like, if I were to find someone and we were getting to know each other, we were dating, for like a couple months, we were going steady, then I could see maybe potentially getting a place with this person or them moving in with me. But the same day that we make the relationship official, she's already wanting to get a place. No, that's way too fast and way too soon for me.
But then that tank's gotta fill up.
Yep. Yeah.
Tank's gotta
Yeah,
fill up and I gotta
How
have.
you doing, girl?
How you gonna get it to fill up?
Huh?
How you gonna get the tank to fill
I
up?
can't, it'll fill up by itself, but I gotta have where the water's gonna come up out of the well.
Yeah. How you gonna do it?
Oh. It's running from the well because it wouldn't be coming through if it wasn't, so I think it's frozen from where it goes into the ground.
Yeah. I mean, there's got to be, because eventually it's gonna thaw.
Yeah.
I mean, we gotta, the pressure's gonna build. I would think.
Yeah.
There's water going into that tank.
Hey, I know how to get you some posts for free.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Right on the place where you got the water from.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Good. So the poles.
Yep. You want to know what kind of post we use in there?
What's that?
We'll use green oak.
Yeah.
Green red oak post.
There you go.
Once you get the boards on them.
Yeah.
And get it where it's all insulated.
Right.
Them oak posts, when they dry, as long as they ain't got no concrete, no tar around them,
Right.
they're in the ground, that will be legal
Yeah.
in any county, any township.
Yeah.
Because I was talking to an old man I know, and Rob Maynard told me, he said, if you use oak and you don't put no tar, no gravel, no cement around them, he says, just stick them in the ground. He says, it's perfect.
I think he's got to go out. Yeah. Perfectly legal. And they don't raise your taxes.
Well, it's still legal though. I mean, my tax never went up with that wall.
No, well, I know that, Dad. I'm saying putting stuff in the ground because it's not cemented in, right? It just goes down so many feet. Yeah. Well, that's different. I mean, that can be removed. I think it's, Melinda says that's crazy. That is too quick. Like 6 months to a year, I would think, before you move in with a guy. Yeah. I mean, that's my idea, Melinda. I mean, at least we're on the same page. I won't do it again. I want to be independent. What if people move in and you never get along? Yeah. I mean, I guess it's a roll of the dice. I mean, it's a chance you take, but it's a chance I'd rather not take. But you know who I'm talking about, Melinda. She's out there on a manhunt right now, literally and figuratively. And I stopped it before it got out of hand. And, and the thing that sucks is that although I really had true legit feelings for her, but then I started to put two and two together, and it's like, oh, I see what she's doing. So that had to be stopped, you know. It had to be stopped for me because I don't want to get caught up or tangled up in a situation that I'm going to regret later. So I just assume put an end to it now before it gets out of hand, which I did. I took care of it. Normally, I don't like being blocked on Facebook because it's usually for some stupid bullshit reason anyway. But in this situation, like this, because this girl didn't get what she wanted, fine, go the fuck away. I mean, she had one of her best friends sticking her nose into a situation where she really didn't have any business sticking her fucking nose in, but she did anyway. And she says, "You don't know jack fucking shit." And then she blocked me. Bye, bitch. I know more than what you think I know, you adolescent spoiled fucking brat. I know more than what you think I know. But we are down to the last 20 minutes. So, Dad, I kind of outlined how our week was. So I don't know. Should I still ask you how was your week?
I really want to know. I ain't gonna say.
It's a bullshit week.
Bullshit week.
It was a bullshit week. We went to the Shrine Circus on Friday, which it was fun, but I was telling Amy, it just seems like everything was rushed. Like everything was hurried, you know? Like they would go bam, 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 skit, 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 and they would just go on, go on, go on. And then we had intermission, which was like 20 minutes. Oh, and something interesting happened at the Shrine Circus too during intermission, which I thought was awesome. So I'm walking down because this was during intermission. I'm walking down to the arena floor and I'm coming down the steps. And there was a someone from DK Security was getting irate with one of the patrons at the show. And she was raising her voice at this lady. It's a woman from DK Security. She was just raising her voice at this woman saying, "Move and get out of the way." And this lady got back in the security guard's face and she says, "I'll knock your fucking teeth down your throat." And I'm thinking to myself, yeah, this is awesome. A little WWE during intermission of a Shrine Circus. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. But nothing happened. The people that she was with, the party that she was with, they pushed her away. They made her go back to her seat. And they said, just go sit down. Don't make a scene. I don't know if she went to jail. I don't know if she was escorted out of the Dow, but it was kind of interesting to see. I'm thinking to myself, fuck yeah, because you don't see that all the time. So that was interesting. I don't know what the confrontation was about, because I know, there are long lines that form around the arena floor. You have kids who want to go on elephant rides. You have kids who want to ride the trains. And there they go again, barking. Luna, enough. Barky wants in. That's why she's barking.
No, she barked at Dell. Dell was playing with it.
But yeah, so it was an interesting week. I always get sidetracked, I get to talking and then the dogs bark or something else is going on. But yeah, now this week I don't know what we're doing this week. Again, I don't know if Dad plans on going to the Pine Run tomorrow. I don't know. I have no idea what he plans doing tomorrow night. I don't know what's happening this week. That pesky nose hair keeps sticking out. I have no idea. Probably actually, I can't say that either because I'll be paying bills this week. So at the end of this week, I'll be paying bills for February. Luckily, the property taxes aren't due until February 14th. So we've got like 2 weeks before those bills have to get paid, but they will get paid. We will pay our taxes. Oh. think I got arthritis in my knees. Because now that it's cold outside, we had we just got through a cold snap last week, and it got cold as fuck. It was dangerously cold, 20 below zero wind chills, and yeah, it was bad. It was bad. But we're moderating with the temperatures. It's warming up. But yeah, I don't know what we're planning to do other than paying bills this week. I don't know what our plans are. Were we going to Pine Run tomorrow night, or don't you know yet? Probably. It's probably. I wouldn't think that'd be a priority right now. Yeah. For Terry. Yeah. Yeah. For Terry, good buddy of ours. We met him out at Pine Run, and he's really nice guy. Really nice guy. He's probably one of the true blue friends I have, and I'm happy to say that he is a true blue friend of mine. And well, she is. She's probably.
She was sitting on the ground. I hope she ain't coming in heat.
keep. Dad says, well, I don't know if you guys heard that, but Dad says, I hope our dog isn't coming in heat. And then he tells Dell here, he says, stay away from my dog, Dell. And I bet every one of them could scratch their ear with their foot. They just bring their foot like a contortionist, they bring their foot up and yeah. So how is the single life treating you, Dell?
Treat me good.
Yeah. Wouldn't have it any other way. Especially after the week I had. Yeah. Hey, you're not dead.
No.
Fuck it. Check them out.
That old one with the heavy jacket on. You see that? They want you.
Well, you noticed.
Dance with them young girls. Yeah, well, she's like, getting right up my down. Them girls were getting pretty close to you when they were dancing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I ain't going back there.
Yeah.
That place like a joke. Don't sing a song last night. Let it be.
Yeah, let it be. The Beatles. Yeah. Yep. I love the Beatles. But yeah, so for sure I know we're paying bills this week. But Barkley. Come here, Bart. Come here. Not you. Not you. But anyway.
She's jealous. She's jealous. You're jealous, aren't you? Yeah, you're jealous. Are you jealous of me scratching Marky? Huh? Are you that jealous?
She's a big dog.
Yeah.
She got big quickly. She'll be 2 on my birthday this year.
Wow.
Barkley. Go, buddy.
There's louder stuff out there for you.
Oh.
Don't say hell no, you would. There's stuff out there.
Go on.
Hell no.
Oh. Oh.
Wow.
Oh. Oh. He's an old timer. He's an old timer. We've had him for a long time. And that's a sad reality too, is that when you get attached to dogs and knowing that they age quicker than humans and we don't have them for long, that's a sad reality. You don't have your dogs forever.
I didn't know you did that yet.
PD sharpening?
Yep.
You still doing PD sharpening?
Yep.
Cool. Cool beans.
Quit biting me.
Come here,
Yes.
Luna. Come here.
What you got?
Come here.
No,
Co-
she's-
You got a
She likes-
gal.
she
Okay,
likes to talk
you
to me.
You can talk to Dell. Get the attention from Dell. Because, you know, I never give Luna any attention.
You don't be a- you know,
Yeah, let her get used to him.
yeah.
That yeah, we want her to. But yeah, I got bedhead.
Luna,
Coffee.
That bedhead is driving me nuts. I got that little strand of hair sticking up.
yeah, Luna.
It just won't stay down. um. Oh, I'm in a little bit of pain today. I didn't sleep well last night because I've just been in pain. I don't know if I think it's the cold weather. I just don't sleep. I don't sleep well like I used to.
Shut down.
I know I'm not really saying much. I
Set.
just
Set.
eavesdropping,
Shut down.
which is not really eavesdropping because the conversation's like right behind me. So I'm not really eavesdropping. I can't not hear what's being said behind me. But and Barkley, of course, and the dog's barking, which they want to be included in the video too. I don't have a problem with that, but when I say shut the fuck up, that's what I mean. Shut the fuck up. Because I get started on a topic or a thought, and then I hear this. Then I have to listen to that.
Barkley,
Come here, Bart.
come on.
Come on, Bart.
Come on, Barkley. Barkley, come here. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Fuck no. Fuck no.
Hell no. Hell no. No. Ah,
Fuck you.
quit.
He's like, fuck you. Hell no. Hell no.
Come here.
No. Come here, Bart. Come on, Bart. Yes. Don't tell me no. Don't tell me no.
Hey, Barkley.
Old timer.
You old goat.
Do that.
You old goat.
His
Old man. Hey, old man.
barks are changing too, aren't they, Dad? Well, he's just getting old. He's an old dog.
Shut down.
Funny.
Now you be old. Quit.
I've had most of this week's Sunday video update interrupted by dogs. Next week, it might not be the case.
Yeah.
Don't bite. Don't bite.
I guess it's the equivalent of having children, although I wouldn't know because I don't have kids. I have fur babies.
Luna.
So I don't have children. No, not in human form anyway. But I got my dogs, and they're just as noisy, and they make messes, especially this big white dog named Luna. We got back home from the Shrine Circus on Friday night, and she had Amy's pillow torn apart, and Amy was pissed. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? I mean, she's still a puppy. That's the thing. She's still a puppy. So she's still in those chewing stages. But I don't know. They're well behaved when they want to be. That's a hell of a bark. That's a ferocious bark.
Quit. I said quit.
Luna, enough.
Now I said shut your mouth.
You too, Bart.
Come here, Bart.
No.
Got that lump on the side of his neck right here.
Aw. Yeah.
It'll come out and then it'll go away.
Yeah.
I think it's cancer. Oh, eat food and drinks a lot of water, eat food, go around outside, go to the bathroom. So
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Pretty good, yeah.
Yeah.
So I know there's two other people in chat. Make yourselves known before we sign off for the day.
6 minutes.
Yeah, about 6 minutes. So there's 3 people watching. I know Melinda's in chat, so there's 2 other people. Unless Amy's watching from the bedroom. Barkley, will you stop? Stop, dude.
Come here. Come here.
Unless Amy's watching from the bedroom.
Come here.
Nope. Okay, so it's not Amy. So the two other people, because I know Melinda's one of them, make yourselves known in chat. But if you're going to be inappropriate, then just don't. Oh, Dad,
Yeah.
did you want me to read you Toenail's comments this week?
Go ahead.
Every time a toenail is saved, a toenail angel gets its wings.
Wow.
Dell says, wow. Whenever I hold a precious toenail in my hand and it looks at me, my heart melts. I am so in love. Whenever I go to Subway, I always keep a baggie of toenails in my pocket to keep as an extra condiment for the sandwich. I love the extra crunch. If you could only see Dell's face.
I was like, I ain't going to Taco Bell anymore.
No, Subway.
The Subway.
In the last comment, he says, I'm an obese man, so I always keep additional toenails hidden in my fat flaps. This is every week, Dell. This is every week. This person named Chewing Off My Toenail, every week he comes into chat and he'll leave a few comments. They're funny, gross, but funny, which, you know, I don't mind that. But when people are coming in, calling me names or calling other people names in my chat, I give them the big fuck you boot. But I don't mind people like Toenail coming into the chat and being silly and saying stuff like that. Although it's gross, but it's also funny. When you think about it, you know, if you could just not, the thing is you can picture it, but then you laugh about it. It's like, oh, that's fucking nasty, but it's funny. You know, I don't mind that. And Melinda, she comes in chat every so often. But at least Melinda and I are on the same page when it comes to relationships, because she agrees with me on the fact that that girl who, you know, the same day we made the relationship official, she wanted me to move in with her, or she wanted to move in with me. It's like, no, you have to get to know a person first. But in the same sense, she had shown me her true colors, and I kind of figured it out for myself what she was up to. So I put the halt to that. I put a stop to it. I hit the brakes. I hit the skids. And I said, fuck no. And she didn't get her way, so she blocked me, which is beautiful. I love it. It doesn't bother me, you know. And then one of her best friends ended up blocking me too, which I don't give a fuck. I couldn't care less. I just think it's funny. She's like, you don't know jack fucking shit, and then she blocked me. Well, I know more than what you think I know, sweetheart. So, and mind you, this was an 18-year-old who said this to me with a kid, a 2-year-old kid. It's like, wow. You know, and then the guy, I guess when the guy found out she was pregnant, he ran like a coward. Although that's irrelevant to the little situation that I was in, but still, you tell me I don't know jack shit. Well, I know more than what you think I know. So, and you know, I've been on this earth 20 years longer than you have. I know more about things than you would ever forget, or the other way around. But anyway, we are down to the final minute. Dad, any final words before we go?
Yeah, stay out of trouble and keep track of your neighbors.
Stay out of trouble, keep track of your neighbors. Amy, anything you want to say?
Peace out.
Peace out, be safe. Dell, would you like to offer any words before we go?
Love thy friends and love thy neighbors.
Love thy friends and love thy neighbors. And don't move in with someone on the same day you make a relationship official. That just doesn't work. Anyway, I will be back next week, and I hope you all have a wonderful week. My name is Jared Fuller, aka the Jared Bear. I will be back next week which is February 2nd, 2025. So until next time, peace out.